Secret gets a 2-0 at this point, I would imagine it's going to be so crushing. I would be so demoralized, and playing in front of a huge crowd, there's a lot of pressure, a lot of tension as well.
A lot of pressure, a lot of tension as we go into the BP of Game 2, and we're seeing some familiar bans, the Ali, the Mai Shirunui, we get in the Huan and the Zhongfei ban as well. It looks like Nova is picking up the Dolia, so will we see the Shangguan come through once more? Because we saw it paired with the Dolia again, right? So getting that both of those finishing strokes twice thanks to the Celestial Melody, maybe cleaning up shop, and there we go. This is not my first rodeo, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, exactly, and I think it's a good combination, but similar kind of gaps that they need to fill in. They need to make sure that all these invasions going into the opponent jungle, especially on the side of Team Secret, needs to work out, right? The first, 4, 5 invasions on the side of Nova didn't work out. In fact, they allowed TNX to get the buff without even having to put the effort in, and they wasted a lot of time on those efforts.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm most scared of is the fact that TNX has that Musashi, right? That was a respect ban in Game 1, and now he gets to come onto the Gorge in Game 2 when they already have a game point lead for Team Secret. And the luck in the lead is shed, so again, Destructive Deluge is going to be a great zoning thing for the side of Team Secret. But then they ban out the Dune, they ban out the Augur, and so it's kind of taken away Nova's pit here. So we may see Monkey, and I feel like with the Dolia, will we see a Kaiser?
Oh yeah, that's for sure, right? You want to have the options to, like, you want to be able to switch in between automates to use. They need to have the shield for the side of Nova, right? They have a lot of burst damage in the form of Lady Sun. They have the burst damage in the form of Shangguan as well. They need someone to be able to peel for them to really just lead the charge into even the front lines or back lines on the side of Team Secret. Until they have that formula, Secret is just going to walk all over them, because TNX is going to be responsible for jumping into the back lines, cause disarray and chaos onto the side of Nova.
I mean, interestingly enough, they could pick up the Hanshin, right? They go for the Motsu on the side of Team Secret. So really trying to play against this Shangguan with the Cannon Blast, the think inside the box. I mean, was it Team Secret or was it Team Nova yesterday that got the 3-man think inside the box?
I think it was Blacklist that did it.
Yeah.
But it was not. They didn't get any kills. But it was a really nice thing inside the box.
No, Team Secret got it. They got caught by it.
Yes. Okay.
They got the book. They got the book. But yeah, I mean, Hanshin's still up as well, so we could see the Hanshin go over to Nova. But I feel like the Kaiser would be a little bit more of a solid frontline, right? Because they've already got one high frame hero, the Shangguan. So giving over the Celestial Melody is going to be kind of like the priority here for the Shangguan. They lock in the Dharma once more. Shuan on the side of Nova Esports played it very well. Got a little bit lost in the source sometimes, but it's going to be the Monkey going into the...
Okay, I like this draft coming out from Nova, but it puts a lot of pressure onto CY. CY needs to make sure that this Dream Roam is the best one in his life, because the moment he commits to the Dream Roam, they're all in. They have to go in.
Yeah, my issue with the Nova draft, though, is that Lady Sun, there's so much pressure to just blow everybody up. If she dies, then you're left with only Shangguan to do the damage. Yeah, you have a lot of control from the Menki and the Dharma, but you don't really have that burst potential anymore. I don't think you can fight if the Lady Sun were to die early.
I would second that for you. To add on, here's why Mayin is so great in this draft against Nova, right? When Menki jumps in, CY jumps in, the backline is exposed, and if Xuan on the side of Team Secret manages to catch 3 people out, it's going to be a painful experience.
Yeah, and I mean, the other way that they can mitigate the whole Shangguan finishing stroke is if they find Team Secret. If they use it, Team Secret's going to come together, and then that's the burst damage completely wiped out for the side of the Nova Esports. But we are getting into Game 2 between these two beasts of a team. Who is going to take Game 2? We'll have to find out. But in terms of the actual team comps, what are we edging more towards?
I am leaning more towards Team Secret at this point. I think their draft is a little bit more robust, a little safer, right? Because Yuhan will be able to get those Cannon Blasts in, not just deal damage, check the brushes as well, make sure they're safe before they fully engage.
We go with Kin, or we going on the opposite side of the fence?
I hate to agree with Kin on this one. It kills me to do so, but I do agree with him. I think that there's too many weaknesses. If Muji were to die, that team fight is just completely gone.
There we go. I mean, it gives respect over the Kim Do-Fu, right? I mean, he does a lot of learning, so it's a good job that he kind of takes those Ws every so from Hauler as well. But right now, we did see the first blood. It was a bit off cam there, but it was going to be the Mahin going up against the Dharma there, taking that first blood. So very important for Team Secret to get that goal.
Yeah, okay, I just want to say this, failure is the stepping stone to success, and Team Secret have failed multiple times coming into this competition as well, and it looks like they are putting their best foot forward. And with the first blood, I like the fact that, they have learned very heavily from all the lessons thus far in the year.
Yeah, I mean, this is not the first time that Nova and Team Secret have met at an actual competition. Not on the grand stage, but on the qualifiers, of the Malaysian qualifiers going into Season 2, right? They were taking 3rd place for Nova, and Shuan was almost getting caught out there once more, which would be not very good for Nova Esports.
Yeah, the Dream Roam, he's going to just get dueled to the death. TNX not letting him go. The Peacebreaker pushing him back. Do they have the damage that they do? TNX will rack that one up.
Very nicely executed there by TNX, right? The extreme speed to get in there, the Illuminate Slash, but all to set that up with the duel to death. And that was a great way to pick off CY in that fight. And again, this is just another good way of Shishan using the Lady Sun for the Lady Chen, sorry.
Yeah, the biggest thing about this one is that Nova Esports never got the chance to go to an international game because they were always pushed back. They were always the third wheel, so to speak, with, you know, Team Secret and, of course, Black Shrew Esports being the top 2 dogs. Seeing as that they got this opportunity, Black Shrew Esports was already invited, and now they had this opportunity to shine. They ended up getting 1st place in the Malaysian qualifiers, and that's why they're here, and they want to cement themselves as one of the top dogs.
It feels like Team Secret is the gatekeeper, right? Are you good enough? Because at this point, Nova, they're trying to prove a point, but it seems like Team Secret have their number consistently. And this is nothing against Nova, but I think Nova, they need to keep composed because I'm not feeling composure from the team members right now.
No, I mean, yeah, it seems a bit messy, right? We saw that the Dream Roll kind of came in a little bit late within that team fight, kind of brought him into the back line. Obviously, that's meant to be the use of the monkey, right? But only if you've got a bit of a minion push with you as well, so you can try and get into the back line and force it as well, because then everything's on your side. But the Dream Roll came through and kind of just gave a free kill over to Team Secret.
Yeah, which is why I said, right, the Dream Roam needs to be the best Dream Roam of his life because it's an all-in. The moment you use it, there's no more escape.
Yeah, it's kind of like commit, baby. Commit, 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 commit. And we need to see a little bit more commitment from the side of Nova in terms of team fights, because right now, Team Secret are taking these team fights with a smile and with a breeze. And you can kind of see within the gold lead difference, TNX is already like around about 700 gold difference. So his speed, his tempo needs to be stopped, or it will be extreme speed.
Okay, so at this point, Nova, they're doing some good things as well, just taking a couple of camps away from TNX to help CY recover as well. But, oh, Yuhan, did he just burn the thing inside the box?
Yep.
He did. Okay, mispress probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's either a mispress or the windbreaker.
Oh, but the Cannon Blast, the nice little wombo combo. They found Waypin in a bad spot. Did not see Shisan make that rotation.
No, they didn't see quite, did they? Right, that was another kill going over to Team Secret. So already 3 up on the board, and they're kind of making a good headspace within that gold lead as well. Neutral ejectors above, and we kind of see the same old Sunken dance, but this time it's going to be from TS Shuan to go down and take the first neutral ejective. We can see Wendy in the back here of the Tyrant Pit, but not going to be good enough or confident enough to go in on a 1v5.
Yep, right now Team Secret are just the better team. And you know, one thing that really amazes me with professionals is the fact that they're able to funnel the goal into the correct people as well. I thought Yuhan was going to get that kill, but they actually filtered it to Sun, and now he's at level 6. He's going to have a lot more gold than Muji.
A lot more gold than Muji, but we see Nova Esports here trying to take the T1 up into the clash lane, which is a little bit of an MO for them, right?
Yeah, but it's a trade.
Yeah, trade down into the farm lane as well. So they're just trying to kind of make sure that they know who's trying to get the lane priority here, but CY with the
Dream Roll connecting onto 2 though, and Yuhan getting a little bit low as well as Shuan. Sun doing some work. Not enough to crack through that bubble, but TNX now in the heart of the enemy team in a not a great spot. The duel to the death, he's been knocked back with that truth. And finishing stroke, not able to pick off with a nice thing inside the box. They rack it up for Sun to get that kill. It's a 1-for-1.
1-for-1. That was a nice thing inside the box, right? I mean, I know I wasn't right at the BP about it, but hey, that was just as good. It wasn't quite 3, but it was
but on the backside, it looks like Juan trying to flash away. He does get the safety. That was very close. Wow.
A very penultimate escape, just like the penultimate thing inside the box there from Team Secret. Again, still ahead of the goal, baby. They are literally setting the tempo for their team, and it seems like a bit of a shakier game too for Team Nova.
Okay, the silver lining for this side of Muji is that he's just 500, 600 gold behind Sun, even though Sun has 2 kills on board.
Oh, the truth, right onto TNX, who had just joined. He gets back to safety, though. He does use the smite, though, Shuan, taking a lot of damage, but those minions are pushing as well as Nova. It looks like they're going to take the bottom T1.
So if there's anything that's coming good off here for Nova Esports, is the fact that they're able to push these side lanes, right? So they've got both of the side lanes taken out for their sides. They did trade the farm lane, obviously, for the clash lane as well per team, but the wave break is coming in.
Yuhan spotting it out, the finishing stroke, not able to kill Sun. The Cannon Blast covering their retreat. Team Secret do get away.
Yep. Nova would do well for themselves to be able to pull, attention away from the Team Secret members. I don't think it's a good thing to really get fights right now. It's better to play the map, right? We have seen the advantages of having superior map control. You can be behind in terms of farm. It doesn't matter. Once you get the mega objectives like the Overlord, you can kind of swing the game back in your favor as well.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about the Overlord, right, if Nova take it, they can try and get some more lane priority like they've already got right now, but it means that more gold is going to go over to the time of Team Secret if they take down the Vanguards. And if you start to funnel that over to Sun, who's already kind of like ahead with the gold, you already see that the Meteor's coming through for him. He has the Eternity Blade as well. So those Flaming Palms are already going to get activated a little bit quicker if they do decide to take the Overlord and allow Team Secret to clean slate.
Yeah, but who's going to catch Sun, right? Once again, the question is, okay, if this Mankey by CY does manage to jump into the backlines, who else can follow up with the damage? Because all they need to do is to come together, and the finishing stroke, useless.
Yeah, I mean, it's all down to Q1, right? I mean, the Dharma is going to be the second back access, or try and catch them off first, and then
Schwan's
go
going to
in.
go in for this one. He does have the Enlightenment, but that's going to be pretty much it. The finishing stroke on a TNX, who shrugs most of that damage off. The infinite fastness. Sun gets back to safety. No real issues for Team Secret.
Yeah, I mean, that was a nice use of the Infinite Vastus, right? We saw that Sun was actually caught in this brush, but it was more of a kind of a deterrent for the side of Team Secret to kind of be like, hey, our farm lane is in the bush, you can try and attack him, but he's then going to just use that Infinite Vastus, right?
Okay, we're going to reach a point in this game where Nova will start to have the advantage. In fact, it's slowly swinging back into their favor. Yes, the goal difference is about 1,000. Not too big of a matter, because right now they have superior control of the map as well.
Yeah, Shadow Ripper being built there for Muchi, so some of that critical and attack speed come through for the Lady Sun, and right now we can kind of see that they are still very close in that farm lane, but the thing that's going to be making the difference here is that Sun is finally being able to get those 2 kills on the board, and CY manages to dream roll out of there for now.
Okay, so big moment. This is the tipping on the scales, right? For the side of Team Secret as well as for Nova. Right now, this is where this next fight will decide how the rest of the game goes into the mid stages of this game as well. Looks like Tyrant will be the objective of choice for the side of Nova, which means they want to take a fight, and they will be ready for it with the Tyrant buff as well.
Yeah, I mean, you saw Sun actually use the teleport mechanic down to the mid lane because they were going for the neutral objective. A neutral objective did go over for Nova Esports there, so they were able to get the Tyrant, but maybe they will use the Overlord as a bit of a bait.
Yes, for sure. They're waiting in the bushes, right? And this is really big. So this is where Yuhan comes into big play. His Cannon Blast will be the security marker for the side of Team Secret. And it looks like they know that, hey, it's unsafe here. Let's not push our luck.
Yeah, I think it's best not to kind of get a little bit too cocky on the side of Team Secret, right? They have the kill lead. They are going into the 9 minutes. They are only teetering on the edge of that gold lead as well. So if they take a few mistakes in the next team fight, that could easily go over to Nova, right?
Yeah, and you know what? In fact, I think it's going to be one mistake. Right now, Nova has recovered in terms of the deficit. They're really close towards Team Secret in the farm as well.
Yeah, but Nova Esports have done such a good job of protecting that T1. Team Secret have clearly shown that they want it. They've been pushing it around, but the wave clear has been really good for Nova Esports. And again, they've just done a good job of fortifying this mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good utility of the Dolio, right? The wave breaker kind of pushes the minions away, does a bit of damage as well on the way for the team of Team Nova. And then they kind of just clean up with either Muchi or give it over to Wendy, somebody that needs the resources on their team. But I do like the fact that Huan is on this Mutsu because he's able to just phase check with from a very safe distance, right? And then the rest of your team can live vicariously through him. He can set up plays. So really, we could be seeing a shot caller from Huan here.
Yeah, but benefit is going towards Nova actually, because they actually are farming up.
Farming up for now, yeah, the wave breaker does come through as well.
Oh, the infinite fastness out back, but Schwan going ham, but he went a little too deep. Muchi's gonna get credit for this one, but the nice two-man stun, the knockup from the Dream Realm, and Yuan has been killed as well. And Nova Esports go directly to this Tyrant, and it looks like it's gonna be a free one.
Yeah, an absolutely good fight there for Nova Esports, right? Picking up 2 kills, both going over to Muji, and then they are getting their neutral objective, the Shadow Tyrant.
The winds of change, boys. It's coming. Right now, they are looking for more Sun in danger. He should be able to make it out of this safely, but the map is no longer on TS.
Oh, Wendy not letting him go. The finishing stroke. Oh, it's been spread around, but then it's enough damage, and Sun goes down. Wendy, mwah!
So yeah, generally when the sun goes down, it's midnight, right? So this could be the midnight for the side of Team Secret in this game too. They're losing the T2 up into the Clash lane. The minions are going to be able to do that for themselves. And I feel like the takedown of that double kill into the mid lane and then the opening up of that neutral objective really helped them in this team fight because Juan went into there. Obviously, the backline, Muji had so much damage going for him, able to put a kill onto Juan, and then this one. Chasing Sun, you see that Shishan tries to mitigate the damage, but that's just too much damage from Wendy.
And out of the blue, suddenly Nova now in full control. 3,000 gold, and this is what we see in game number 1 now. It's a reverse, right? And 2 Pure Skies coming in. That's a lot of tankiness coming in for both CY as well as Xuan on the side of Nova as well.
Yeah, to negate that fatal damage, right? That's the item you need to kind of keep yourself alive, especially when you're diving in. It makes sense on the Monkey and the Dharma.
Yeah, Augur's Word on its way into the hands of Wendy as well. Muji already hitting the 5th item, if I'm not wrong, as long as my spectacles don't fail me. Now, Team Secret, I think right now is the time to kind of not play too safe. They need to kind of push the ante here.
Yeah, they need to be a bit more aggressive, right? They need to kind of try and find a way into the back line, maybe try and get Muji, but right now, it's showing that Muji and the Sun play very similar playstyles on the Lady Sun, right? They've been very great positioned into these team fights to the point where they haven't been picked off. And now that the Shadow Overlord goes over to Team Nova Esports, they're able to have this Vanguard and take some more T2s.
I really don't like it how Team Secret are letting Nova Esports dictate this game. Even when Team Secret had a lead, they've been pushed back. All of the lanes have been pushing. Nobody's been kind of split pushing and trying to create your own space. Team Secret has been very reactive.
Yeah, I actually want to point that out too, which is they're playing in the Nova's game style. And right now, Team Secret, if they don't figure a change out, they're going to lose this game.
Yeah, I mean, once you give a team like Nova room to breathe, right, you're only going to get sort of a positive comeback for that team. Whereas if it's kind of like another team that is not as experienced as Nova or playstyle like Nova, then it's kind of like you can give the space and not actually have any negative impact through. But speaking of negative impacts for the side of Team Secret, they do lose a T2 down into the Clash, the farm lane. So again, these side lanes are all opening up. They are waiting for that prime moment for Team Nova Esports.
Yep. If you look at how much damage Sun did to CY, that is a sign of what's to come here. 4-4, the kills are even, but the advantage is definitely not. 4,000 ahead Nova, they could break open into the base.
Oh, Wendy looking to go in this finishing stroke just to kind of scout it out, push him back. Shisan is about half-life. They do need to respect that. Looks like the Vanguard is going to be slowly whittled down. They looks to go, but the truth, they neck him back, but the infinite fastness, he's going to zip on out of this one. Yuhan flashes back to safety. Juan still up in front. Gets him with a whatever. The top T3 is going to be taken out. Team Secret now need to hold. They're going to deal with the Shadow Vanguard in the top lane, but the mid lane is being sieged as well. It's going to be slowed down as there's no more minions.
Yeah, the dam is slowly busting, right? You can kind of see that there is trickling of water from the dam that is Team Secret, especially with the opening up of that high ground turret.
Yeah, big respects to CY. He made this draft work, right? Now that nobody's able to take out his Menki in a short amount of time, this draft for Nova is absolutely perfect for them. Late game timing, 14 minutes, we are reaching Tempest in 6. I don't think we might see the Tempest at all if Nova continues this pressure.
Yeah, I mean, this is the fact, right? They've got the late game team comp, but they've also been given the space to actually allow the late game to activate, especially on Muji here. I mean, last time we saw him, I think he was about like maybe 1 point something K ahead of Sun, and that's not a good point to be at. Now that they've got the Shadow Tyrant as well, Muji's going to be packing a punch. He has the Purify as well, able to cleanse any of that CC that comes from either T on X, from the dual depth. So, again, I feel like Nova's playing this one more to their strengths than Team Secret.
Oh, for sure. And we have to give a shout out to him. He has been on point this match itself. Every single ult has been able to heal up the team, keep them safe as well. Wave Breaker only used in the emergency situations.
Yeah, I mean, that's the point where you need to kind of use the wave breaker, right? Just keep them away from the team, but Xuan just kind of scared out, trying to get that push away, right? But Xuan for Team Secret is trying to do exactly the same thing. The Cannon Blast doesn't hit anybody on the side of Nova just yet, but that's a good defense for Team Secret.
Yeah, and this is one of the things that is really scary, right? The moment you have a T3 open, Nova Xuan, he's able to just come in from the backline, from the side as well. And it's when you're tunneling vision in a fight, you don't see these movements.
No, you don't. Yeah, it's going to be hard, right? You're going to be focused in onto these team fights because you're going to be trying to take them here. Wendy going in with the final stroke just to give a bit of aggression in that early fight.
Yeah, TNX is looking to do some damage. CY takes a decent amount, but they've taken the bottom T3. TNX, the infinite fastness. Juan's been blown up already. Shisan is going to go back to the fountain. Yuan has already been killed, and there are 3 members down. Nova Esports taking down the mid T3. They're looking to just end this game, but they need the minions. They go back to the top lane. They do have the super minions. It's going to be a miracle hold if they can do it. But Shisan and Sun, are they able to hold on this one? Waypit's still up in front. They just focus the face, and it looks like Nova Esports will take game 2.
Yep, no ultimate there. If they had the destructive deluge, they probably could have held that off a little bit longer, but Nova played to a timer. Taking that game 2, it's not going to be an easy game. 3-0 for Team Secret.
Confidence restored for the side of Nova Esports. This is what we expected of the series coming in, and it's blow for blow at this point, right? Really proud of the way that they recovered on the side of Nova, and boy, we have a game on our hands.
We do have a game on our hands. I think it can be going to full best of 5, right? And we are here to stay, and both of these teams are here to stay for now, but what a much better performance from Team Nova in that game 2. They go for the Shangguan again, but they have the added Dolia. And like you were saying towards the end there, kid, Wave Pit on this Dolia, the Odes coming through every time to kind of keep his team alive, but then the Wave Breaker being very important to kind of take down these minion waves.
Yep, so they had every single formula right? They had the backline defense as well. And more importantly, Menki CY was just doing his job as the frontliner. He was soaking everything up. Yes, he died at that last moment, but that's his job. He's supposed to take in all of the damage so that Nova can go ahead and do what they're supposed to do, which is to win the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we were worried about, right? That if Monkey got taken down, who was going to be the one to go in? And I did say Shuan was going to be the one to go in, and there's so many times we're going to see in these highlights that Shuan was able to kind of push Team Secret into Team Nova, and it was game over. So let's have a look at those highlights.
Hi everyone, I'm Yuhan, and I'm the official 2024 HOK Championship Observer. The tournament highlight of the day is here. 3, 2, 1, showtime!
Thank you, Yuan, our tournament observer, as we observe this early game that looked like it was going to go over to the side of Team Secret, right? But then we saw towards the end, especially the mid-game, as when they're around those neutral objectives, that Nova Esports really came out on top.
Yep, I really like this movement from Nova, right? They recognized that Secret said, hey, we are going to give you some space. And Nova said, sure, we will make the map ours. They had so much farm. I think we covered this in the middle of the game. Team Secret was not farming, right? It was Nova farming wave after wave after wave. And once CY hit that marker, it was game over.
Yeah, I mean, 2 words. Map control, right? Nova Esports, once they had it, they pushed you back, and Team Secret were playing scared. They really couldn't get any sort of fight going. Every single time they got isolated, they got pushed back. CY was amazing with those dream robes. That's exactly what you want from a main.
So yeah, I mean, you just saw there in that mid lane, right, where Shuhan on the side of Nova was able to just push them away from that T1, man. Like, just completely bring the food to you, like you just ordered it off an app. But there we go, we see the opening up of the base, the dam starts to crack on the side of Team Secret, which is really the game-winning point.
Yep, that was the one I was talking about, right? When you're so focused on the fight, when Xuan comes in from the side of Nova, you don't see it. It's tunnel vision max.
Yeah, tunnel vision is probably what Team Secret suffered from with that one. I mean, tunnel vision and the fact that they gave some space over to Nova. They gave the wrong team the space to breathe and develop.
Yeah, exactly. And when you give additional oxygen, this is the MVP. He will breathe it all in. Wendy, once again, this time, how many MVPs will he get today?
I mean, yesterday you only got the one, right? So we only got the one yesterday, he's on 1 today. So let's see if he can break that record. But hey, we just saw in the player's interview as well, saying who's got the sharpest sword in the mid lane. I mean, now that we've got that player interview, clearly he was like, hey, those are my words. I've got to live up to that.
Oh yeah, for sure. The warrior in the making. Can he be the white knight for the side of Nova Esports, right? That's the big question. It's going to be a long series. I think both teams are capable of learning really quickly from their opponents as well. I want to focus on the itemization by Menki, right? CY doing so well for himself. In fact, having a little bit of magic damage. Not sure why, but at this point, the Blazing Cape along the Pure Sky helped the tank, helped to burn the damage, burning them based on his max HP, and the Overlord's Plate Mail really doing God's work for them, because right now, there was no one that was able to kind of break the defenses of Nova, and when everyone's so focused on them, Xuan coming in, full armor pierce, with the Starbreaker X Automaton as well, just laying the pain, man.
I mean, he wanted those bubbles to hit differently, right? So that's probably why he got a bit of that magic damage, because they do actually ratio with the magic damage here. And you can kind of see here, actually not too far in terms of damage between Wendy and CY. So go in for those kind of attack damage, but also the magic damage really paid off there. And he's able to soak the damage as well. The 82k for CY meant that those Dream Robes was just hitting a little bit differently and throwing them.
I mean, it's one thing to be up front in that tank, but you're providing vision as well, right? Nobody can get by you because they know that, hey, anybody could be behind him. They don't know. So CY being able to be that forward, scout, so to speak, you really have a huge advantage. And that's why map control was key for Nova Esports, and they were able to pull off this victory.
Yeah, I mean, Hauler control,